Alright, hey everybody, welcome to another episode of TEW Love to Global 1987. We're back booking some GCW, and we're going to book our January 1993 shows. And for the first time ever, GCW is holding New Year's Destruction, just a one-off to have a few matches, have a good time, to celebrate the new year of 1993. So let's start off our show. So we're going to go to the Tri-State, of course. Wrestling industry is good again, so that's good. So what do we need on this show? Well, first up, Jesse Ventura, permanent authority figure now, so he can start by cutting a promo. Ventura, major announcement regarding the future of GCW. So we're going to start off with a huge announcement. Jesse Ventura will make another announcement later in the show. Make that around 5 minutes, that's fine. Okay. We're going to have a tag team match. We're going to have the Dynamic Dudes defend their newly won tag team championships against Rick and Animal. So World Tag Team Championships. The Dynamic Dudes going to get the victory, Shane Douglas. Alright. And our main event, the Intercontinental Champion, Arn Anderson, who retired the Tri-State Championship, will take on the Great Muta. It's going to be a... How long can these guys go? 85 stamina, 88 stamina. We're going to give them 28 minutes. Intercontinental Championship, and we're going to crown a new champion because Arn Anderson is leaving GCW. We're still going to keep him strong because we don't want to burn bridges. Because Arn is still a fantastic wrestler. One of the most underrated of all time, I would say. I like Arn Anderson a lot. I'm very sad that he's leaving us. But what can I do? On this card, we're also going to have... Who can we have? Owen Hart? Yeah, we can give Owen Hart some momentum. He's going to take on... He's going to take on Mike IRS Rotundo. Member of franchise. And of course we'll have Owen win. Alright, I'll protect you as well. Alright, let's get another match on this card. We're gonna have... Did I ever use the Christmas Creature? Also known as Glenn Jacobs. I did, I used him once. Alright. So now that we're no longer Christmas, I can change his gimmick. So the Christmas Creature, also known as Glenn Jacobs, will now be Happy Glenn Callis, the kayfabe brother of Mean Mark Callis, also known as The Undertaker. I love this way too much. Commander Cobra will be on the card, as he will take on Jerry Lynn. We're going to have a Fatal 4-Way. In it, we're going to have Happy Glenn Callis, Aldo Montoya, Scotty Riggs, and Eddie Guerrero. And you can probably guess which one of these guys is winning this match. Of course, it's Aldo Montoya. Yeah, it's Eddie Guerrero. Alright, that's it. Let's run the show. So starting us off, we got the owner of GCW, Jesse Ventura, making his way down to the ring, and he has a major announcement regarding the future of GCW, and it will be announced right here at New Year's Destruction. We want to thank all the fans for their continuous support for GCW. And this is why we have to bring the best out of all the competitors in GCW. We want to give you guys the best wrestling that we can. Which is why, starting after March Massacre pay-per-view in March, obviously, our big event in March, GCW will host a weekly TV show known as Saturday Night's Wrestling. It'll be held every Saturday night, and will feature all of the best talent GCW has to offer. Thank you. And enjoy the rest of the show. So Jesse Ventura making a major announcement. GCW is going weekly with its new TV show debuting in only 3 months' time, Saturday Night's Wrestling. Great way to start the show. And we start off with a singles match. Decent wrestling, didn't have much heat. Jerry Lynn defeating Commander Cobra in 8:23 with a tornado DDT. Cobra with a 26, Jerry Lynn with a 67, a 58. Another 58 in a poor match. Eddie Guerrero defeating Aldo Montoya, Scotty Riggs, and a Happy Glenn Callis in 8:14 when Eddie defeated Happy Glenn Callis by submission with a gory special. Happy Glenn Callis with a 24, Aldo Montoya with a 35, Scotty Riggs with a 26, and Eddie Guerrero with a 78. 58. We then move to an exceptional match. Owen Hart defeating Mike Iris Rotundo in 14-16 by submission with a sharpshooter. Owen with an 82, Iris with an 85, and 83. Then we got a tag team title match. And in an exceptional match, the Dynamic Dudes retained their tag team championships over Rick and Animal when Shane Douglas defeated Rick by pinfall with a belly-to-belly suplex. Animal had an 86, Rick had a 74, Johnny Ace with an 83, Shane Douglas with an 87. Johnny's improving technical skill, an 84. Then we got Jesse Ventura backstage. He has another announcement. He announces, at March Massacre, there will be a fatal 4-way match. The winner of that match will get a future World Championship opportunity against Brian Pillman. The competitors for that match will be decided in a course of singles matches, all of which will take place during the month of February, except for the last one, who will take place in March. So, yeah. Just announcing the #1 contenders match at March Massacre. And then our main event, exceptional match, the Great Muta defeating Arn Anderson in 27-41 by submission with a figure 4. We have a new Intercontinental Champion, Arn with a 94 on his way out, Muta with an 84, improving performance in 88. 87. We're gonna thank Arn Anderson for all his hard work he's put in GCW. And tell the Great Muta, good job for winning. And Eddie Guerrero deserves some praise for getting so good so quick. So there we go. GCW. New Year's Destruction. 0.01. Jerry Lynn is turning into a good worker. I agree. WWF Raw. And WCW Monday Nitro. Monday Nitro in 1993. Something doesn't seem right there. And if we check end of year awards, we got Card of the Year, or Event of the Year in 1992 with Halloween Hell. So that's good. Alright. So let's skip ahead to our second show, GCW Championship Wrestling 150. I swear to God, I hate this. Right when I put the belt on the Great Muta, WCW offers him the, Alright, well, great. Alright, give me a second, I'll figure something out. Alright, here we go. Booking GCW Championship Wrestling 150. Let's see if we can solve this Great Muta situation. I think I figured out a way. Alright. So let's start off with a Brian Pillman promo with Jeff Jarrett, with Diesel, with IRS. And the Dynamic Dudes are going to be involved in this promo as well. everybody on Major Success. Franchise promo, Dynamic Dudes. I'm just going to put that. 10 minutes. Okay. We're going to have Arn Anderson and Jesse Ventura have a little altercation. Promo, Ventura. I'll put agrees, I guess. Okay, we're going to have Angle, Mike Awesome, Jesse Ventura. I guess that'll work. Let's put our triple threat main event. I guess you can probably tell where I'm going with this. Great Muta and Mike Awesome. Intercontinental Championship. Mike Awesome's the champion. Good job, Muta. You held the belt for 8 days. Congrats. You don't want to burn bridges. Yeah, I don't care. You know, you're going to be furious either way. Alright. So that takes care of the Intercontinental title situation. So now we just have to put in matches. So let's get Hunter Hearst Helmsley in a match. Want to give him some momentum. He's going to take on Happy Glenn Callis. And as you can see, I hired Sean Waltman. I'm going to use him as the Kid gimmick, where he constantly switches his name to other variations of something and Kid. He's going to take on Marcus Bagwell. Bagwell obviously getting the victory. Let's get Rey Mysterio in a match. He's going to take on Dustin. Give them one more match. Dustin Rhodes getting the victory. It's going to be right there. Put you down here. We're going to have RVD in a match. He's going to take on Chris Candido. They've had a few matches. Let's give Candido a win. And let's get... Yeah, that's about it. What did I forget? Alright, I had pre-booking. The original plan was something else. Alright, let's run it. So starting us off, we got Brian Pillman, Jeff Jarrett, Diesel, Mike Iris Rotundo, Franchise in the ring. They're cutting a promo. Pillman doesn't care about the Fatal 4-Way. Whoever is the #1 contender after March Massacre, it doesn't matter to the Chosen One. He's going to retain the title forever. He's never going to lose it. And he says something is much more important than this. Dynamic Dudes, will you please make your way to the ring? The Dynamic Dudes make their way to the ring. They stand in the ring across from the Chosen One, the world champion Brian Pillman, and he says, Shane, Johnny, you two are the complete package. This is a reference to Kenny Omega accepting Jay White into the Bullet Club, if you know how that pans out. You guys could make Franchise whole. We want you in Franchise. And all the other guys, Diesel, Jeff Jarrett, Mike Iris, are just smiling and nodding. Hell yeah. And Shane cuts him off and says, Now hold up, Pillman. I know exactly where you're going with this. You want the awesome, the cool, the dynamic dudes inside franchise. Well, guess what? I think that's a wonderful idea. And he shakes Pillman's hand. And Johnny Ace stops this handshake and says, what are you talking about, Douglas? Franchise cannot help us with our career here in GCW. They're only going to slow us down. Franchise is not the way to go, Shane. And you know this. And Shane is a little bit of an argument between Shane and Johnny break out, and Johnny storms to the back and Shane chases after him. So that's how it ends. So, an invitation to join franchise declined, but accepted at the same time. Decent Wrestling didn't have much heat. Marcus Bagwell defeated Fireball Kid. That's what I had him as this week in 7:53 by pinfall with a yellow jacket suplex. The Kid with a 41 in his debut, not bad. And Bagwell with a 56, a 55. We move to a singles match, decent match. Helmsley defeated Happy Glenn Callis in 7:31 by pinfall with an ace crusher. Helmsley with a 77, Glenn Callis with a 24, improving performance, a 65. We're backstage with, no, we're not backstage. Arn Anderson storms down to the ring and he says, Ventura, this is bullshit. You know, I had just beaten Mike Awesome for the to retain my Intercontinental Championship. You know Muta didn't earn his opportunity at my title. I want my rematch tonight. And Ventura says, I've got no problem with that. It's in the main event. And then Chris Candido defeats RVD in 13:20 by pinfall with a blonde bombshell powerbomb from the top rope. RVD 72, Chris Candido 65. No work. RVD improving technical, a 78. Then we're backstage with the former Tri-State champion, Mike Awesome, and he says, Jesse, or Mr. Ventura, sorry, Arn Anderson retired the Tri-State Championship. That means I can't get my rematch for that title. How about I get a rematch for the Intercontinental Championship instead, since I can't regain my former title, since it's retired? And Ventura says, you know, Mike, you make a lot of sense. I agree with you. And in the main event tonight, it's going to be you against Great Muta against Arn Anderson. Thank you. No, thank you, Jesse. Thank you. Then we got Dustin defeating Rey Mysterio in 14:39 by a pinfall with a flying lariat. Ray with an 85. Dustin with a 91, an 82. And then we got our main event. Exceptional match. Mike Awesome defeats Arn Anderson and the Great Muta when Awesome defeats the Great Muta by pinfall with an awesome bomb. Awesome wins the Intercontinental Championship. Arn with a 94. Muta with a 90. Awesome with an 84. Muta improving performance, a 93. And after the match, Arn Anderson grabs a mic and he says, this is complete bullshit. I am not going to work for a company who treats their workers like this. I quit. And Arn Anderson quits. 87. I want to thank Arn Anderson, the Great Muta, and I'm going to say good job to Mike Awesome for finally making it. All it took was 2 guys leaving GCW. And now we're going to get a contract offer for Mike Awesome, and I swear to God. Okay, re-signing Al Snow. We got Greg the Hammer Valentine in here. I just brought him for a single match, just to get his popularity on somebody else. Alright, and now we're going to have Championship Wrestling 151, and that's going to end the episode. Let's get to our final event, Championship Wrestling 151. Alright, final show of today's episode. Thankfully, they didn't sign Mike Awesome. I would have been so pissed. Alright, so our main event tonight, we're going to have Great Muta get his opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship, his rematch, and no, we're not going to give him the belt right back. Let's give this 18 minutes. It's going to be IC title, and Mike Awesome retaining the belt, stealing some of that popularity. Don't care. I'm probably not going to re-sign the Great Muta when his contract is up with the WWF. Alright, we're going to have Jesse Ventura announce the qualifying matches for the Fatal 4-Way at March Massacre. It's going to be around 7 minutes. And we need one more thing. Yep. Shane Douglas, Johnny Ace, Dynamic Dudes are going to be backstage. They're going to be arguing about whether they should join franchise or not. Okay. Let's book our matches. We're going to have... Who can we have in a match? Too Cold Scorpio will take on DDP. Alright, I can give DDP another win over Scorpio. I think I can. Alright, let's get Chris Benoit on this card. He's going to go over on Perry Saturn, Chris Benoit. I feel like that would be a good match. And I think I can give Chris Benoit this win. Get a tag team match. We're going to get Harlem Heat. So they're going to go over on the Can-Am Express. Booker T getting the victory. And that should be good enough. Let's run the show. So starting us up, we got Jesse Ventura announcing the matches, with the winner of which will advance to the March Massacre Fatal 4-Way #1 contenders to the World Championship. So starting next show, we're going to have Cactus Jack take on Dustin Rhodes. And after that, we're going to have Stunning Steve Austin take on franchise member Diesel. Final show of February, Lance Storm against Hunter Hearst Helmsley. And our first show of March, Sting versus Marcus Bagwell. Alright. So that takes care of the qualifying matches. Then we got Harlem Heat defeating the Can-Am Express on 11:35 when Booker defeated Doug Furnas by pinfall with a missile dropkick. Stevie with a 59, Booker 69, Doug Furnas 38, Phil LaFon 33, Phil LaFon improving performance, a 61. DDP defeating Too Cold Scorpio in 14:06 by pinfall with a diamond cutter. Too Cold with a 70, DDP with a 77, a 76. We got the Dynamic Dudes backstage, Shane Douglas, Johnny Ace, the tag team champions, and they're arguing over whether they should join franchise or not. Shane Douglas wants to join franchise, Johnny Ace doesn't. They got a little bit of a back and forth going. Still, they're not full-blown argument, not screaming or anything. They're just doing a pros and cons list. So yeah, that's about what they're doing. 90. We got Chris Benoit defeating Perry Saturn in 17:03 by pinfall with a Dragon Suplex. Benoit with an 87, Perry with a 71, Benoit improving in performance, an 80. And then, of course, our main event, Mike Awesome, the champion, retains the championship against the Great Muta in 18:14 by pinfall with an Awesome Bomb. Makes events #1 of the Intercontinental Championship. We're going to tell Mike Awesome, good job. We're going to tell Chris Benoit, good job. And we're going to tell Booker T, because he's been getting better. Alright. Ric Flair's now bulky. Alright. Okay. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching this episode of GCW Local to Global 1987. Make sure to like if you like this video, subscribe if you want more. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.